In this module, we'll cover the basics of using Visio 2013. If you've downloaded Visio 2013 successfully from the DreamSpark website, you will have this icon, Visio 2013, on your desktop. To begin the program, simply double-click, and it will take us to Visio. As you can see, Visio is a diagramming tool that will allow us to do many different things. For us, we're going to use it to develop our basic flowcharts. In later CIS classes, you might want to use this for creating a detailed network diagram, looking at UML classes, developing a basic network diagram, and even if you have other business classes, you might want to use it for developing an organizational chart. Like most Microsoft products, it's very user-friendly. If we want to create our basic flowchart, we can simply double-click on Basic Flowchart, and it takes us into the program. You'll notice at the top it says Drawing 1, Visio Professional. This is our drawing pad where we can add elements of our flowchart. At the very top, you'll notice some very familiar menu options, from File to Home, Insert, Design, Data, Process, Review, and View. Directly beneath that, you'll see some very similar Microsoft options, from Paste, which is part of our clipboard, lots of options for font, including bold, italics, underline, different colors for our text. We've got our paragraph options. Very important for developing flowcharts is our tools options, our pointer tool, our connector tool, and our text tool, and then various other tools that we could use. Most of our flowcharts will include some very basic symbols. As we've learned, processing is a rectangle, a decision is this shape, start and end is this shape, and then data, which is really input and output, is this shape. There are other options here, but we will focus mainly on those four symbols. Okay, let's create a very simple flowchart. We simply click on the start and stop and drag it to our pad. If you double click on the object, you can enter text. So I will enter the word start. That's the beginning of our flowchart. We're going to input some data. So I draw our data symbol. I double click. And let's just say I enter age. And then once someone enters their age, we're going to make a decision. Okay? And this decision is person over 18 years old. Now we know from a decision that we have two options. We have an affirmative, which means the answer to the question is true, which we almost always put to the right, and we have the negative. If it's false, we go to the left. So, if the person is over 18 years old, our process could be double click, and in this case we'll say register for military service. Okay, and if they're not, we'll simply say do not register. And then finally, once we've asked that question, it's been answered, we've gone down the appropriate path, we would simply end our process. Now, we've got all of our symbols. The next thing we need to do is connect or show our flow. So I go up and I hit the connector, and I simply can draw drag down, and create my connections. So I'm moving my cursor to the bottom, I'm clicking, and I'm dragging down to the next flow to represent the flow. I do this, I connect there, I connect there, and then I connect to the end. It's a very simple first flow chart. Now, you should be able to easily follow the logic. We start, we enter the age, we ask the question, is the person over 18 years old? If they are, they register for the military service. If they're not, they do not register. Once we've created this, we might want to insert text. So we might want to say to the right, if it's true, we register for the military service. Then on the other side, let's go up and click text. And enter the word false. So now we've created our first simple flowchart. And you could use the text tool to put a heading if you would like, to describe what the flowchart is. To save it, you simply go to File, Save, or Save As if you want to give it a different name. We're going to save it wherever you would like to. I'm going to save it in my CINS 2020 folder. And we will leave it as drawing 1. And that is how you create a very simple flowchart using Visio.